Good morning. My name is Carolyn Veek, and I am the Degree Audit Analyst in the Office of Records and Registration. What that means is I am the one that takes all of the approved curriculum for your particular major and plug it into PeopleSoft or into the student system so that you are able to then log in and see what requirements you need to meet, what have already been met, and if there's other requirements outside of courses, all of that information is what I plug in. Ayumi?
Hi, my name is Ayumi Nakamoto, and I'm the Student Support Analyst in the Records and Registration Office. And I assist Carolyn with degree audit when she needs help, and then I also help maintain Smart Planner. So today we're going to talk about what is Smart Planner, why you should use Smart Planner, and then we're going to do a demo of Smart Planner. And along with that, we're going to do a brief overview of your academic requirements report. And then we'll also show you another tool that you have called Schedule Planner that will help you streamline your registration process. And then at the end, we will leave time for questions.
Okay. So what is Smart Planner? Smart Planner is an online tool to show you the suggested sequence of courses that you need to complete in order to graduate within a timely manner. It's based upon your academic requirements report only for the course requirements that you need. It will not show things such as your GPA, units in residence, units actually completed towards 120 needed for graduation. So you do need to refer back to your academic requirements report for that. What it does show is the courses you still need to complete in order to graduate in a timely manner. At Dominguez Hills, or actually within the CSU, if you want to be out or graduate within a 4-year time frame, if you're admitted as a freshman, or within a 2-year time frame if you're a transfer student, it is built upon 15 units a semester. We will show you ways, or Ayumi will be showing you ways on if you need to adjust it down. Maybe you're working and you just know you're not going to be able to take 12 units this semester, or you want to add in some summer or some winter sessions because you want to get out earlier. Those are different things that we will be showing you. It is available for all undergraduate majors. We are still working on getting our minors entered, so the minors are not built into Smart Planner yet. You will need to meet with and confer with your advisors on all of that information. So, Ayumi? Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting about this one. So why should you use your Smart Planner? We say this is grabbing your degrees by the horn. Go Toros. Again, as I mentioned, it is based upon your academic requirements report, which you should be reviewing every semester, and if possible, at least once a year or even once a semester with your major advisor, and then if you're still working on GE, with the University Advising Center. From there, you want to then plan out your courses, not only for the semester that's there, the upcoming semester, but hopefully for the rest of your time here at Dominguez Hills. You can always make adjustments in Smart Planner. Once it's not set in stone, because something may happen or you may decide you want to take a different course out of some options. Once you've filled out your Smart Planner, then there is a fantastic tool called Schedule Planner. So it will take the information that you've just planned out for the upcoming semester, and you can import it into your shopping cart in Schedule Planner. And then Schedule Planner is an electronic way to find the ideal schedule for you based upon the courses you have chosen. Finally, once you've done all of that and all of your academic requirements report is now green, including all of your units in residence, your GPA, and all of that, you get to apply for graduation, and then you'll be one of our fabulous Dominguez Hills alumni. Now, there is one more benefit for students with Smart Planner if you use it, but it's actually used by our departments. It's called a course demand report. So for every area where you have to choose a course, it's, maybe take this course or this course, we ask that you go ahead and make the choices throughout the rest of your time here. Again, we know you can adjust it at any time, but departments are able to then use that information, what we call course demand. They're already planning the fall 22 class schedule right now. And if the students have completed Smart Planner, they can look and say, oh, we had 200 or 50 seats planned for Sociology 220. And then we're now seeing that there's 100 students that want that SOC 220 in fall 22. Maybe we need to hire another faculty member or find a way to add in another section of classes. And so that's an added benefit for the student. So it'll help you get out of Dominguez Hills or graduate within a timely manner.
Okay, so now we're going to do our demonstration. And if you could just bear with me 1 second while I log in. And so the demonstration that we are doing right now is through a test student account. So all this information is just test information. It's not a real student. And so because we are staff, we don't have access to the portal like you have. So it may look a little different, but what you're going to do is you're going to go to your My CSUDH portal and then click on your Student Center icon. And once you click on that, it should look kind of similar to this. And the main area we're going to talk about is this academic section. And first we're going to talk, Carolyn's going to do a brief overview of your academic requirements report. So under your academics section, there's a drop-down menu. You click on that and then pick academic requirements and click on the arrows to load your academic requirements report.
Okay, we'll let it come up. So this report is something that you should review at least once a semester just to make sure you are on track to graduation. Also, if you're watching this right now, if you open up a second device, so say you're on your laptop, maybe open up your cell phone or a tablet, you can log into your Student Center and follow along and start moving around and adjusting things in your actual student file while you're watching this. So on the upper left-hand side of your academic requirements report, you're going to see the career, your program, and then your plan. And then right to the right of that, it says requirement or catalog term. That is normally going to be the year that you were admitted to Dominguez Hills. Anytime you are looking online at the catalog, you always want to make sure you look at the catalog for that requirement term that's showing in your degree audit, because your requirements for fall 20 may be different than the ones for students that were admitted fall 19 or earlier, or it could even be different for students admitted in fall 21. There are, if you wanted to change, if you're a transfer student to a prior term, or if you want to change to a future term, if you're either a native Dominguez Hills student or a transfer, you'd need to meet with your advisors to talk about that, because it may be beneficial for some students to change because of requirements changing or certification issues within the majors that are changing for their job set that they want to go into. Below that, you're going to see your expected grad term. So for the student, they're hopefully graduating this coming fall, this next year. And then below that would be your graduation status. And so if you've not applied, it's going to be blank. If you've applied, it'll let you know if you've applied, if it's pending because it's in review. And then when your degree is awarded, it will show that it's awarded. On the right-hand side is your current academic summary. So it would show your last term registered. Then your academic standing. Hopefully your academic standing is always going to say good. If it says probation, you definitely need to meet with your advisors right away to find out what's going on with probation. And then below that, you'll see two different areas for GPA. The overall GPA is going to be your transfer GPA combined with your Dominguez coursework. And then right below that is your Dominguez coursework only. So both of those at a bare minimum need to be above a 2.0. Again, if you start to see below a 2.0, you want to meet with your advisor as soon as possible to get that adjusted. So, but we all know you're going to be 3.0 students most of the time. I was a student that hated a certain subject, so if I got a C in that, I was happy, but most of the time I wanted A's and B's. Okay, and Naomi, if you can scroll a little bit. So there's this area here that shows all these different symbols of green, yellow, blue, red, purples. The ones that you need to pay attention to when you're going to be looking through your advisement report, green means that area has been met. It could be either a circle with a checkbox, which means it was a course that was taken here, or on the right-hand side, the second symbol from the bottom is a green arrow. That means that area was met with a transfer credit or some test credits such as advanced placement or the IB exams. The yellow is the courses that you are currently registered in. So those are in progress. And then the next other one that you really is the big one you need to pay attention to is on the left-hand side is that red box. So if you look a little below, it says undergraduate GE. So that's the section covering your GE and it's red. So that means there's something in that area that needs to be met and you want to scroll through. You can click on expand all and it'll pull up so you can see everything and all the requirements there. And so if you scroll, you'll see here where English needs to be met. I think we have some green in the GE. Let's see. Yeah. So then you see where math has already been met and it says math 131, but then there's a green arrow. So that student has taken a course that articulates directly to our Dominguez Hills Math 131. And so that area is met. You don't need to worry about the GE math. And so if you, can you collapse everything again, Ayumi, just so we can show? So your advisement report is comprised of the undergraduate GE courses. The next section is the overall graduation requirements. That's where you're going to find your statutory requirements of history and political science, your GWAR, the graduate writing requirement, and then also all of your units in residence, the units towards the 120 needed to graduate, all that information is in there. Then you have your major requirements, which is your BA sociology for the student. If there was a minor, it would list what the minor was. And then right the very bottom box is what's called undergraduate courses not used. So the courses that are going to appear in this section are generally courses that were not used in any one of the other sections up above. So you can see where the student had a fail in their Art 100, since that won't meet a requirement for anything, that moved to the bottom. Then we had a transfer, just bulk transfer course, and that didn't meet any of the GE or major requirements. And so those all went to the bottom. Okay, Ayumi, go ahead.
So now we're going to take a look at your SMART Planner. So back in your Student Center, under the Academic section, you should see a link for SMART Planner. You can go ahead and click that and it will load. Excuse me. And once SMART Planner loads, the first page you see is what we call the main SMART Planner plan page. And the first time you access SMART Planner, you're going to see all your course requirements for your major in the recommended sequence that was given to us by your major department. And the initial plan that you see is always set so that it will plan out your course requirements so that you are ready to graduate in 4 years. So that is just the initial plan that you'll see, but like Carolyn mentioned, this is a planning tool for you. So there are lots of tools in here for you to help you plan and adjust your plan as you make your way towards graduation. So I'm going to go ahead, we're gonna take a look at some of the main features in SMART Planner, and then we'll come back at the end and look at some of the other links and resources that are available to you through SMART Planner. So the first thing we're gonna take a look at is this feature called Edit Preferences. Like we mentioned before, your initial plan is going to be set so that you finish your requirements within 4 years. So that generally means that the planner is expecting that you take at least 15 units per semester. But we all know that every student is different. Students have work responsibilities, childcare, elder care responsibilities, just life in general. And maybe your plan is to take a little longer than 4 years. If you can always come in and adjust your planned units and the semesters you're planning to be here at Dominguez Hills through this Edit Preferences feature. So if we go ahead and click that, you'll see a list of all the terms that are listed on your Smart Planner along with the planned units that you're planning to take or target units. So to change your units, all you have to do is come in and update the units in this column. So for instance, for next semester, spring 2021, it's currently set to 16. But let's say we know that we're not going to do 16 units next semester, and let's say we're going to plan for 12. So you can just go ahead and click that, and then it's going to adjust your planned units for that term. The other thing about Smart Planner is that the initial plan that you see is not going to include summer or winter sessions because those sessions are optional for students. If you're planning to do a summer or a winter session, you can come into your Edit Preferences area and you can add in terms. So all you have to do to add in a term is click on any of the plus signs. So if you click on a plus sign, it's going to add in a row. And then under the term column, you will just pick the term that you're planning to add. So we're going to go ahead and add summer 2021, and then you will have to enter how many units you're planning to take for that term. So we're going to say 6. And Smart Planner has logic built into it so that it knows for fall and spring semesters, students can take a maximum of 18 units without getting special approval. And then for summer, you can take a maximum of 12. So if you try to enter any units above those maximums in this Edit Preferences page, Smart Planner will give you an error and it will not let you save your changes. The last thing on this page that you can do is you can also remove terms. So if you know that you're going to be taking a leave for a term, or if you added a summer or winter term that you realize you don't want to take, you can come in here and click the minus button, and that will remove that term from this page. And once you're ready, you can go ahead and click OK. And the great thing about Smart Planner is that it is dynamic. So there is logic built into it so that once you make these changes, for instance, when you change your target units, Smart Planner is going to automatically adjust that term. So now we see for spring, instead of 16 units, we have 12 units. And Smart Planner has adjusted the course requirements that you need to take for this term. And then it's also gone ahead and added that summer 2021 term session, or summer 2021 term that we added along with the planned units. And then it's moved some of your course requirements in here as well. So once again, to change your planned units and to add and remove terms that you're planning to be here at Dominguez, you're going to use the Edit Preferences feature. The next feature we're going to look at is the most important part of Smart Planner, and that is for every course requirement that you see on your plan, you will see under the course column, not selected in red. So every course requirement where you see not selected, we would like for students to go ahead and select a course that you're planning to take in order to complete that course requirement. And again, like Carolyn mentioned, this is a planning tool for you. You can always come in and change your selection. We're not going to hold you to anything that you put in the planner. We're not going to make you register for this course. We're not going to come like email and call you if you don't register for it. This is really a planning tool for you. So the other very important thing though to remember about the select button is this is your voice to the university regarding what you are planning to take and what you want for these semesters. So Carolyn mentioned earlier in the presentation that the major departments have access to a report called the Course Demand Report. That report pulls information from what you choose on this select link. So this is how you're going to be telling the departments, this is a course I want to take, and this is the semester I would like to take it in. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to choose the GE Humanities and Social Sciences requirement. Go ahead and click on select. And then Smart Planner is going to pull up a list of all the courses that you can choose from that can meet this course requirement. Now, before the schedule of classes is released, Smart Planner will show courses based on typically offered information in the system. Once the schedule of courses is released, then Smart Planner will use the actual schedule to show you what courses you can choose from. So for spring 2021, right now the schedule of classes is actually out. So the courses you see are the ones that are actually going to be offered for spring 2021 and courses that you can choose from. So on this select page, you'll see for this particular course requirement, there are lots and lots of courses that you can choose from. So if you like, on the left-hand side, you can use the filter options to narrow down your choices. So let's say for this requirement, we know we're interested in taking the communications class and maybe thinking about art. So as you can see on the right, Smart Planner has narrowed down the course options for you. And now what you can do is there is this blue I button. If you click on that, Smart Planner is going to bring up the course description for the course. And this will also include any prerequisite, co-requisite, or any special registration information you need to know about the course. It will also show you the typically offered information, when the course was last offered, and if there is a future offering already scheduled for this course. And then lastly, it will show you if the course meets a GE area. So you can go through and click on the I buttons and read through the descriptions and help and then select a course that you would like to take. So for this course requirement, I'm going to pick COM 100. And then on the main planner page, you'll see now that under this GE Humanities Social Sciences course requirement area, you see the COM 100 that you picked. And then again, the blue I button shows up so that you can review the course description again if you like. So we would very, very much like for students to go through their plan and select a course for every course requirement on your entire plan for basically the whole time you're here at Dominguez. But if that is a little too much to do at once, don't worry. If you could at least plan out a year or a year and a half in advance, that would be great. The university is already planning like fall 2021 schedules. And so you would just like to come in and plan out at least a year and a half out so that they are able to see what you want to take on the course demand report. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just select some courses to show you the next feature. Okay, so now we have set our preferences for our units and our terms, and we've selected some courses for our course requirements. The next feature we're gonna look at is this Arrange My Plan feature. So the Arrange My Plan feature is really cool, and we think a lot of students like this because you can now drag and drop your courses from one term to the other. So again, the initial plan that you see on Smart Planner is the plan that's recommended by your major department. But of course, this is your course of study here at Dominguez, so you are free to move things around to a certain extent. So if you have plans that are different from your major department, or as you're meeting with your advisor, you're deciding that certain courses should be taken in different terms, you can come to this Arrange My Plan page and drag and drop courses from one term to the other. So let's say for spring, it's recommending that you take this SOCH 101 or SOCH 102 requirement, but you want to wait till the fall to take this. You just click on it and then drag and drop it into the fall. And then to kind of balance this out, let's say this person wants to finish some of their GEs earlier. So we'll pick GE Oral Comm and we'll drag and drop that up to spring. So you can just go ahead and go through your plan and drag and drop things and play around with that. Again, Smart Planner has logic built into it. So it knows that for fall and spring, you can take a maximum of 18 units. And for the summer, you can take a maximum of 12. So if you try to drag and drop courses into terms above those maximums, Smart Planner will give you an error. The Arrange My Plan page also takes into account prerequisites. So on the page, you'll see prereq or co-req sometimes, if the course has one. You can go ahead and hover over the prereq or co-req, and then it will tell you what the prereq or co-req is. So for instance, for GE Composition 1, it just says this course must be taken before the GWAR requirement. And then additionally, if you've gone ahead and selected courses for the course requirement, if you hover over the course, it will tell you the typically offered information to kind of help you in your moving courses around. So for instance, this English 109, it tells you it's typically offered in the spring term only. So you probably shouldn't move it into a fall term. So you can just go ahead and play around with that and move your course requirements around. And once you're done, click on OK. And then Smart Planner will make adjustments on your main plan. So for instance, we moved SOCH 101 or SOCH 102 to fall. So you see that it's been moved over here to the fall, and then we moved GE Oral Comm to spring. So you see that listed in the spring. When you move courses around through Arrange My Plan, Smart Planner knows that, okay, you made that decision to move the course requirement. So that must mean that you really want to take it in this semester. So it's going to go ahead and automatically lock those courses into that term. And what that means is, as you are making changes to your planner, like let's say you decide to change your planned units for a semester, Smart Planner has that dynamic logic where it's going to automatically shuffle the course requirements to meet your planned unit or targeted units or your semesters that you're here. So while it's shuffling things around, it's going to know if a course is locked in for that term, it's not going to shuffle that course out of that term. So it's just locking it into that term. And then if you like, you can also manually lock in courses. So if you decide, or as you're working with your advisor, you realize you really need to finish, GE Composition 1 in your first year. So you want to make sure you take it before you finish the spring semester. You can just lock that into place manually. And then if you ever change your mind, you can just click on it again to unlock it. Or if you have a lot of locked courses, you can click on this clear locks button at the top and it will go ahead and just clear all the locks. So the next feature that we're going to look at is this remove column. So if you're a transfer student and you are transferring in courses that haven't been processed yet, so you know that you're pretty sure you've met the course requirements that's listed in your plan, but it's still showing on your plan, Or let's say you've been here and you are planning to take a course in the summer at a community college or another CSU, and you're planning to transfer that coursework in, you can go ahead and remove the course requirement from your plan. So let's say you're a transfer student and you know that you've already met your GE Composition 1 at your previous institution. You can go ahead and click on the remove. And then Smart Planner is going to ask you for a reason why you are removing this course from your plan. So there are some pre-populated reasons that you can choose from. My advisor has approved a substitution. My advisor has approved a waiver. This course will be completed by transfer. Or if you're removing your GWAR requirement, there's a reason I will take the GWE. And then lastly, there's an other option. And if you select that, then you can freehand type whatever your reason is for removing this plan or removing this course. So we're gonna go ahead and pick, this course will be completed by transfer, and then click OK. And what Smart Planner is going to do is it's going to remove that course requirement from your plan, but it's going to move it to the very bottom of your plan. So if we scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see manually remove requirements. And this requirement is going to sit here until you submit your official transcript and the transfer credit is actually processed by the Admissions and Records Office. Once the transfer credit is processed and you've actually met this course requirement, this will drop from your plan altogether. So it basically stays at the bottom of your plan to remind you that, hey, we know that you're not planning to take this requirement at Dominguez for whatever reason you have for removing it from your plan, but we're going to keep it here to remind you that it hasn't really been completed yet. It's also going to stay here in case you change your mind. So let's say for whatever reason, this GE Composition 1 that you're going to transfer in isn't going to be transferred in, or you're planning to take it somewhere else and you change your mind or you can't take it somewhere else. You can go ahead and click on this restore link. And then Smart Planner will move the requirement back into your main plan so that you can go ahead and select a course to meet the course requirement and include it in your overall plan. So you can see it here. It's moved it back to the spring term, and then you can go ahead and select a course that you're planning to take. So those are the main features in Smart Planner that you'll be using to create your plan towards graduation. We're going to take a look now at some of the other links that you have available in your Smart Planner. So at the top, there's a link to change my major. And this link is going to take you to our Dominguez website, and it's going to take you to our change of major webpage, where you can access the form to change your major if you need to change your major. So you'll still need to fill this form out online and then get it approved by your advisor. And then once it's approved, it's going to go to the Admissions and Records Office for processing. But you have a handy link from Smart Planner to that page. You also have a link to print your Smart Planner. Some advisors ask that students plan out their Smart Planner and then print a copy for their files or print a copy for their advising session. So you have access to this print feature. You can also print a PDF and keep it saved on your computer if you like, just if you want to keep a record of the different plans that you are putting together. There is a link for help, and this link is going to take you again to our Dominguez Hills website, to the Smart Planner webpage. And then at the bottom, you'll see some Smart Planner FAQs. And a lot of these questions will have gone through in this presentation. So if you need a refresher, you can come to this FAQ page. Smart Planner also has a feedback link. It is just a free-form comment box for you to type in any questions that you have about Smart Planner. If you want to let us know if anything looks weird in your Smart Planner plan, or if there are any improvements that you'd like to see on Smart Planner, or if there's just features that you really like and you want to tell us what a good job we're doing, you can go ahead and use the Smart Planner feedback link and send that in. And we do monitor this regularly and you will get a response. So please feel free to send us any feedback that you have. You'll also have a link to tutorial. And again, that's going to take you to our Dominguez webpage for Smart Planner. And then at the top, there is a video tutorial that you can look through, and it's going to take you through all the features that we talked about today in this presentation. We're going to come back and talk about Schedule Planner in a little bit. Through Smart Planner, you also have access to your academic requirements report. This is the same report that you have access through your Student Center. And this is the report that Carolyn went over briefly a little bit ago. This academic requirements report is very, very important. This is your actual progress towards graduation. This is the report that our office uses to see if you can graduate or not. So you always have to use this academic requirements report in conjunction with Smart Planner. Smart Planner is going to help you plan for the course requirements that you have for the major, but Smart Planner doesn't look at minimum GPAs that you need to maintain. It doesn't look at the total number of units you need to have taken to graduate. All that information is on your academic requirements report. So you always want to refer to both as you're planning. And then Smart Planner has this really cool version of the academic requirements report called ARR Plan. And what this is it's basically the same thing as your academic requirements report. The only difference is this version will show you if you have a course that's planned. So the original academic requirements report will show if you have completed a course, if you need a course, or if you're actually enrolled in a course. But this version is going to show you all those, plus if you've planned for a course to meet a course requirement. So just another way for you to look at your progress towards graduation. Okay. Another feature that Smart Planner has is this what if report. And this report is really cool if you're thinking of maybe changing your major. So if you're thinking of changing your major, you can go ahead and click on the what if report. And what it's going to do is it's going to take all the courses that you've completed so far and then plug them into a Smart Planner for this new major that you might be changing into, so that you can kind of see like what requirements you'd have left to do if you actually switch your major. So this student is a sociology major. So let's say they decide that instead of sociology, they want to do music. There's probably not a lot of overlap. So they'll probably have to stay here longer to get their course requirements done. But you just pick the major that you're planning to change into. And then your plan term is your catalog year, which is usually the year that you're admitted to Dominguez. And then go ahead and click continue. And Smart Planner is going to generate a Smart Planner plan for music. And then it's going to plug in the courses that you have completed so that you can see what your path towards graduation will look like for that particular major. So sorry, this is a test environment, so it takes a little longer. Hopefully it won't take this long for you. But so now you can see that Smart Planner has generated a plan for general music. And then It plugs in the courses that you have taken, and then it shows you what you have left to complete. So taking a look at this might be helpful because if you're planning to switch into a major where you haven't taken a lot of the courses that would fulfill the course requirements, and it may add on to your years here at Dominguez, it might be something to make you think about switching and maybe talk to an advisor about. So just a tool for you to use. Close. And those are the main features of Smart Planner. The last thing I'll mention is once you start playing around in Smart Planner and moving things around, if you decide that you're really not feeling this plan that you've put together and you kind of want to start over, you can go ahead and clear all your locks and click on Refresh Suggestions. And refreshing suggestions is going to just move everything back into the course requirement order that is recommended by your major department. So you can see it, if you remember, we moved the SOC 101 or SOC 102 to the fall and moved it back to the spring, which is recommended by the major department. And then in the edit preferences area again, if you decide you want to just set all the units and terms back to the original plan, there's a reset defaults button here. And this will reset everything back to like 15 units and the spring and fall semesters. So those are the main features in Smart Planner and all the fun and wonderful things you get to play around with as you're planning out your time here at Dominguez. Next, we're going to show you this other really neat tool that you have called Schedule Planner. So you've done all this work. You've met with your advisor, you've looked through all these courses, and you've planned out the courses that you want to take for the next semester. So here's spring. But now we still have to register. Smart Planner does not register courses for you. You still have to do that on your own. This is just a planning tool. But you've done all this work to plan these courses. We have this really cool tool here through Smart Planner called Schedule Planner. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And then there's a little information page, but basically you're just going to click here to go to Schedule Planner. And as Carolyn mentioned earlier, Schedule Planner is really cool because it's going to allow you to take the courses that you'd like to take for the next semester. It's going to let you add in any breaks that you might need to take. And then it's going to take the schedule of classes and it's going to take the courses and the breaks and it's going to show you all the different schedule possibilities you can choose from to register. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick the term that you're getting ready to register for. And then this is the main Schedule Planner page. In the upper right-hand corner, there is a help button. This help button has a lot of video tutorials that you can look through. Schedule Planner has a lot of options that you can set to help optimize your schedule hunt. But we're not going to go through all those options today. So I highly recommend that you look through the help tutorials to get an idea of how you can set up Schedule Planner the best for you. So on Schedule Planner, you'll see on the left-hand side, this is where you add the courses that you're planning to take. And the cool thing is Schedule Planner talks to Smart Planner. So it sees your Smart Planner shows 4 courses for this term. And all you have to do is click here, and it's going to pull in those courses from your Smart Planner plan. And then if you wanted to, you could also manually add courses here through this Add Course button. But you've already done all that work in Smart Planner, so you won't have to do that. So you have your courses on the left, and then on the right-hand side, you can go ahead and add any breaks where you want to make sure that you do not have courses or you can't have courses. So this sample student has work Monday through Fridays from 6 to 8 p.m. And then you can use this Add Break button to add as many breaks as you want. And this is a tool again for you, so you can put in whatever breaks you need to put in. If you have childcare, elder care responsibilities, you're not a morning person, I'm not a morning person, and you don't want to have morning classes, you can put that in a break. So no morning classes. So you could say from 8 to 9 a.m., Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I do not want morning classes. I'm okay on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I don't want morning classes. Go ahead and add breaks. So you just go ahead and add all the breaks where you don't want to have classes. Once you're done, you're going to go down to the schedules area and click generate schedules. And schedule planner is going to take the courses that you're planning for and the breaks that you need. And it's going to look at all the different sections of those courses that's being offered. And it's going to put together all these schedule options for you to choose from. So Schedule Planner has 86 schedules available based on the courses that you need and the breaks that you want to take. So you can go ahead and click on View, and then you will see the sections for this schedule at the top. And at the bottom, it shows you your schedule in calendar form. And then if a course has a professor assigned, you'll see the professor listed in the calendar. So you can just go through, and at the top, you can click through the different schedules. And then as you're looking through the schedules, if you find a section that you know you want to take, like you want to take English on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Professor Chin, you can go ahead and click on this lock button. And that's going to tell Schedule Planner that you want this section. And then as you continue to lock things down, let's see, keep scrolling. Let's take this sociology. You'll see that Schedule Planner shows you that your schedule results have now narrowed from 86 possible schedules to 30 because you're locking down these sections that you want to take. So you'll just want to click through and look at the schedules and until you find a schedule that you really like. Once you find the schedule that you like, in Schedule Planner, there's a button that says Send to Shopping Cart. Go ahead and click on that button. And then what it's going to do is it's going to take the sections now that you have chosen, and it's going to import them into your Student Center shopping cart. And because we are staff, we do not have access to your actual registration pages. So we're sorry, we can't really show you the actual page, but it should look something similar to what you see on the screen here. And once you send your sections from Schedule Planner into your shopping cart, in your Student Center, when you go to, I think it's called Enrollment Add, when you go to add your courses, you should see at the top this Import Cart button. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on that Import Cart, and you'll see all the sections that you chose in Schedule Planner, and you're just going to import that into your shopping cart. So then all the sections that you want to take are going to be ready in your shopping cart for when your registration enrollment appointment time arrives. Very important note, although this streamlines your registration process, this does not, everything will still look for prerequisites. It's going to make sure that you have met your prerequisites. It's not going to override any holds that you might have on your account, any registration rules that you need to adhere to. It's not going to override if a course is already full. If one of the sections is already full, you'll have to wait list. So all the registration rules are still going to be followed. This is just going to help streamline getting everything into your shopping cart. So you just want to make sure that you've taken care of checking the prereqs, co-reqs, taking care of your holds and all the normal stuff you would take care of before your enrollment appointment time arrives. But as long as you've done all that and you've imported your sections into your shopping cart, once your enrollment appointment time arrives, all you have to do is come to your shopping cart and register for the courses. And so before we end, we would like to share, if you're not planning on using Schedule Planner for whatever reason, you don't want to use it, there's still a way for you to take the courses that you planned in Smart Planner, because again, you've already done all that work to plan those courses. You can take the courses that you plan from Smart Planner and go directly to your enrollment ad page in your Student Center. And then on that page, you'll see a button that says Schedule Planner. If you click on that Schedule Planner button, it's going to pull in all the courses that you planned for on Smart Planner. So once the courses are pulled in though, if you do it this way, because Smart Planner, you're only planning courses and not specific sections, once you pull in the courses, you're still going to have to do the usual section search and pick the sections that you want to put into your shopping cart to get ready for your enrollment appointment time. But those are two different ways that you can streamline your registration and use the information that you've already planned for on Smart Planner. And that is the end of our demonstration. And we have our contact information up. Please feel free to email us if you have any questions, any issues you're having with Smart Planner. We would love to hear from you.